This is the HPIS today. It just got through raining a little bit. I was working on the generator. One of the things that I'm working on right here that I want you guys to see, this is a 50-foot 50 amp cord. This outlet comes from the generator. I just got through completely cleaning, working this thing over, blowing it out, making sure that the wire's clean where it goes in. When you've got the generator up and running, the one that's on the side of the Thermo King, that's a 4,500 watt generator. It is 3,600 watts, 3,600 watts of constant power, which is a lot of power. If you work it right, it takes care of business. So this plugs in right here, and as you can see, this has been worked over and cleaned up, getting them ready so that they'll serve another 30 years or whatever. It wasn't to the point that there's a problem, but I want this equipment clean and operating. So there's no way to have a problem. There's not really a transfer switch of any kind. If you're not running on shore power, you need to lay this thing in. I need to put some new seal in this. This is at 7 inches, folks. That's where this is into the wall support. And if you take the floor down to that level, more and more taken out. The seat line has been taken out. The seats, where they bolt in right about, along here somewhere. And so that's been taken out. And then they get the bright idea to take the floor down to that. You might as well just make a stationary rig of it if you don't have this added support. And then over the luggage compartment, your lower support completely goes away to here. And somebody cuts the bulkhead out of it. So anyway, but I just wanted to point this out. That now you're ready to run everything on the generator. And there's actually nothing on here that the generator can't handle at this time. And when it's plugged into shore power, you got a 50 amp service. Again, this is the HPIS, and I have not at all forgotten the Greyhound heritage and colors. But Melni, forgotten, this is the United States. And I'd like that to be touched up with a little color some more. The one on the other side's pretty good, and then there's a sticker in the middle. Now, I'm thinking that it must have, the whole point of this video, folks, is how the electric hooks up to it. And a little piece of space. Hey, this thing, it comes out, it comes out this hole, because that is where the cord is. And it comes out, pulls out, you push it in there like a snake, turn it around over there. There's plenty of room up here. Look, like my hand almost disappears up in here, up to where that 7 inch, where the wall is. So that puts that, because that's the line that supports the plywood right along here. So this is the piece where the plywood grabs a hold. It gives it a great deal of sturdiness. Anyway, so that's this electrical system in a nutshell. This is just this is the space. I'm just sticking this camera in here to see what it can see. And let's go over here and see if it can see in the dark over this way. Yeah, and this is just a progress report. System is put back together, and the water has been released into the engine. And I have a lot of footage of the different aspects of this. There's a new fuel pump. I have the pictures of this thing when it had the same color red pump on it. This thing was rebuilt and was a standby for a fleet of trucks, and they never needed to use it. The new stuff came out, and this ended up just taking up space in a shed with not that many trucks. But according to what I'm seeing, the parts are still available for this. There must be a lot of them out there in the world. It being a fine piece made in Japan in 1985, when all the best stuff was made in Japan, Doc. Incredible. Bless their hearts. Anyway, that's the projects. That is the original voltage regulator to that alternator. The alternator again has been converted, so it will go either positive or negative. It's completely isolated because we built mounts for it, and so we're getting ready to roll. It rained today. It was raining a little while ago, and my, what fine weather we have in the Treasure Valley. It's got a little bit of everybody's weather, and not too terrible severe. We've got work to do before we start this thing up. I want to change that oil filter and such things. So I'm not as pressed. I would like to do this, oh yeah, all at once, boom, boom, boom. But I have every single day, I have a lot of jobs around the place to do. My dirt supplier, for instance, came in and supplied more earth. This I've got to, I've got to devote some time to taking the sticks and big rocks off of the top. One of my favorite people is Jonathan Ward. He has Icon Motors up in LA, and this very much follows his scheme of derelicts, where it looks almost like a junkyard refugee, but when you get right down to it and you're looking at its tires and running gear and everything that's completely in order, you get a whole different opinion. And oh, look here, these are two those original rings. I didn't have the third one. I didn't have the third light. So the two rings is all that I have. And I so far, folks, in 33 years, I haven't run across one either. So it's a no-brainer that, hey, you have to upgrade when you have to upgrade. That's all. Keep it operating correctly. So that's what I did there. Now a person could, you see the shape of the lenses could lend to you taping them off and doing the best silver paint job on the widened part, so it looks to be the same size and color of the aluminum. Now that could be real cool. You can see what I'm talking about. You see the dome, and then it goes to a if you're looking at it, what would you call it, a step? It would be, if it was setting you, it would be the walkway around the tower if it were setting the big side down, something like that. Anyway, I'm curious to see what this is going to look like. But that's good enough for me. The glass is wonderful. That's wonderful if you've got oh boy, you need a trailer queen, because we can't just get the parts, that's all. Maybe some of there's one of these buses in Mexico that, it's beautiful. Y'all know which one I'm talking about. Belongs to a bus company. They are so proud of it. It is beautiful. But anyway, I love this one. The Melni history. The Melni history of this bus is important. I like that. I don't like that the Melni stuff is going away. I'm going to see somebody about getting this touched up a little bit. It still needs to be derelict, but Melni's part of this bus's history, and that dog is drawn by Mom, and it's part of history too. Here's what the United States looks like. Now tell me about what it used to say in there. Was it coast to coast? Was it scenic cruiser service? What was in there? Was it Greyhound? I need to see this, or did this bus belong to somebody else? I don't know. I'd have to look to see really what I got. New York to LA. Melni. And here's an example of what it did look like. The red, white, and blue. Now these are, I'm sure that's red stripes in there, isn't it? Yes. It was. See, these are red stripes. So you between a white and then a black background. So it's pretty Americanized. Now on this side we have where the air tanks used to be. That's what this is. And it also has the hole where the repair through the floor was done. It's over there. A filter, wrench, air chucks. That's where those were. Doggone it. You never can find things when you really want them. That's this hub, and I need to get out. Like this stuff just basically wipes off it. It will come clean. It doesn't go any further than that kind of thing if there's an issue with the thinness of the paint on the wheels. But look at these. This is the first powder paint job. Even if you wanted to repaint the surfaces with a very good epoxy paint or something like that, I think powder paint, I need to ask some people. So let's close this up. Look, a few minutes ago I was showing you guys, what a beautiful Idaho day. Oh, there's the Idaho day going away over there. I see, it looks like they're moving that way. I don't know for sure, but that's that rain. It has been gonna rain. And this isn't too bad. I've still got to walk it and pick the stuff out and move it again. This has been moved. I picked everything out of it and then I moved it again. I better get back to the computer. Any comments? I'd love them. Ask me some questions. I will answer about this bus. Some of the electrical systems I can address exactly, but there's a schematic. Let's just close this down. We're getting ready to have some more rain. This again is I haven't tightened the belt up on that yet, but that's not a big deal. We're not nearly ready. The water has been released. I opened both valves and bloop, 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 bloop. It all happened. There will be more attention paid to that when we first start up the motor. We'll be looking for the temperature of the pipes leaving, that kind of thing. The water coming in. This is a tragedy that I should have a shed for this bus and a workspace on both sides. These containers are just 40 feet, not 45 feet or 50 feet. So it's hard to hide the whole thing back here. I like the idea of a shed and all that, but I'm definitely not going into the bus business. This is the only bus that this has just been so much fun. I cannot be more tickled to the 33 whatever years. I think it's 91. So don't quote me yet, but I do believe this is a 91 vintage buy. So that's about it. It is it, really. Listen to the flipping tarp. This was innovative. I've seen the masters of tents do this, so it wasn't like I really invented anything. It just, hey, that looks like it works pretty good. Well, look how the thing that's really interesting about it is it can band like a bridge this way from there to there and still hold the tarp straight. That is very cool. This is sort of a professional way of stitching them together. It gets a little wet here on the window frame right there, so there's some water catch in there because this is two tarps. I wish this was put together. Those holes are not symmetrical. They're not lined up with each other. It is a problem in wanting to do this, that the tarps would be symmetrical, one side to the other, and the holes would fit together. That way when they'd stitch right. These don't exactly stitch right, but it has kept, the bus has been safe. Its bad spots have not been done any more of a disservice. And that covers what I wanted to show you about how the electrical system. I will come out here in the next few days. This will get worked in and this will get put back together, so when you're on the road, the power comes from the Honda on the other side of this thing. And basically, well, the thing is, it comes from the bus. You don't have to run this engine at that time, but you can. If there's a problem, your charging system in the back ain't working. Okay, start this diesel up. Anyway, the rain is coming down. I got to put this down and get out of Dodge. I will talk to you later. Love comments, please. Comment, put up a like, because I like my bus. You guys take it easy. Bye.